yes, it is a dark time, and you can get overwhelmed.
That's right. That's right. You can't. Oh, just to let you know too, I posted the last fashion conversation on my Fine Threads page and on my YouTube channel, which doesn't have a lot of visitors yet, but if you object, let me know. And but it's fine. I mean, you look fine. You say fine things because I know you're on it. Um, but you can go take a look at it, and when you're there, like my page. If you are on Facebook, are you on Facebook?
Uh, Sort of.
You
But
say,
no problem posting me though. I have no problem with the
yeah,
post.
it's on a business page and it's underneath video. So it's not like it's something you see right away. You have to go to it because I didn't make it the feature video. I
Mm-hmm.
still have my color from Windy City Live, which was about, let's see, 7 years ago. Well, maybe not that long ago. I have that as my feature video. So,
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah, when I was on Windy City Live. So Barb, if you're on Facebook, are you on Facebook?
No, I'm not on Facebook. I don't do that. Um, but you put the recording on after I took my face off, right?
Yes, I just put it on now.
Yeah.
I just put it on a few minutes ago because when I started talking to Linda, I said I'll start the recording now. So,
Great.
because it's 5:04, so I
Yeah,
started.
it's interesting. I'm still learning all the ins and outs of Zoom.
Ah,
Um,
yeah,
so
you noticed that. You got, but then I was talking about it. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm trying to do the edit my profile. And whenever I try to edit my profile, I'm not able to. But
Well,
that's not
maybe,
a
like I
topic.
said, you have to get out of this meeting when this meeting is done, and then you can get out of it, and then you can go in and just go into Zoom and update your profile. Linda, you're probably a breeze now with all of your Zoom calls, right?
Okay.
You say okay. Don't you guys have family Zoom calls like I do?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I do.
yeah, yeah. We have about 14. I guess there's 21 people invited from my family, cousins and nieces and nephews, but we usually get about 12 to 14 every other Sunday on our family Zoom calls. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Well, I hope everyone comes on. I know it's a beautiful day, and I'm sure it's beautiful where you are, but
Yeah,
here
indeed. We're in the triple digits too. It's probably 103 or
oh
more.
my gosh,
But
yeah,
it's nice, sunny though. It's beautiful.
yeah. If it's 80 something here, I know where you are, it's probably really, really hot.
Yeah.
Well, there's two topics that I wanted to talk about today. One was about brick and mortar retail, and the other one was sustainability. So hopefully we get a few more people on. We can start talking about those things.
Yeah, sounds really good. Sounds two good topics.
Okay. Have you read any good books lately?
Um, no, no. My
Magazines?
son sent me a big book, but I haven't started reading it. Brenda, my cousin, she turns me on to audiobooks, and so my eyes get tired, and so I prefer the audiobooks now.
I don't blame you. I have Audible, and I know Barb has a Kindle, but my Audible is what I use when I go walking
Mhm.
because I downloaded a book called what was it called? It was by Ann Patchett, The Dutch House,
Oh,
and it was narrated by Tom Hanks.
oh,
And even his narration, his voice, it was fabulous. So I think I finished it in about 3 days
oh.
by through my walks.
Uh-huh.
And I know if I had to sit down and read it, even though it's really good, it would have taken me much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you. We want things to go pretty quickly. So that was fun. I did that.
Like somebody else there with you. You know, it's another voice, which is nice. It's a calming effect.
Exactly, exactly. It is. And I didn't realize how important it is because Audible does this review at the end of every, download that you do. They wanted to know, how did you like the narrator? And in this case, it was Tom Hanks. And I put excellent because I could really picture every single character's voice on, when he even changed to be like the younger girl. Just a little intonation in his voice. It was excellent. Yeah.
You know what just came across my email was Tom Hanks wrote himself a book of short stories.
Oh, really?
And he has that on Audible too. And he does it in his own voice.
Yes, yes.
Also, I am trying really hard because Kindle's a little dangerous. They send you these emails, $1.99, 99 cents, and then you end up with all these books and you haven't even read one.
Right.
So I promised myself I wouldn't buy another one until I've read at least two. So I got the advertisement for his short story book at the same, when I'm under this rule that I can't buy any more Kindles.
Yeah.
But it looked very interesting because to have him tell the stories that he wrote himself.
Oh, yeah. Most of them do. I think Ann Patchett has so many books out there. Her publisher probably says, this would be a good person to narrate it because she's big time. She's written so many good books. But Malcolm Gladwell, are you guys familiar with him?
Yeah, with the big red hair.
Yes, he did Tipping Point. Let's see, I have all his books. Blink, What the Dog Saw, Outliers. I'm looking back there. I've read them all, but his new one was called Talking to Strangers. And I also read or heard that on Audible, and he narrated. He's kind of it's nonfiction research. No, it's nonfiction type of research.
Which one of his was your favorite?
Probably Tipping Point because it most closely relates to the fashion industry when he starts talking about hush puppies. How hush puppies was the tipping point and, using a lot of fashion things and just what a tipping point is. I thought that was really good. And then this last one, Talking to Strangers, is really good too. It's very telling, especially with what's going on now. Yeah, how you can't tell who people really are. Yeah. Well, let me check email just to see. It's 11 after if I got any emails. I don't think so.
Is there a way you can pop out a reminder notice?
I did earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent a notice on all of my social media platforms. Let me see if it comes out to say it's occurring now. The thing is, I think people say they want to do these things, and then if something else comes up, who knows, they may just. You got the email with the link, right, Linda? That's how come you're here.
Yeah, I got it yesterday. I didn't see it this morning, though, I think.
Right.
It's just been a dark, sort of a depressing week for me. I really was feeling that way, but and you just want to bury your head.
That's right. No, I agree. I totally agree. It's been horrific. And I was on a call this morning with The Wing, my community group. It was Black women just like venting about what's happening to African Americans, Black men today. And actually individuals came on and were crying talking about incidences that was happening to them. And
Yeah.
I mean, the incident in New York with the bird watcher guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just Trump himself acting up, telling people, you're going to be shot. He just doesn't know how to respond with empathy because he has none. But it's bad. It's really bad. So I appreciate you coming on. We'll give it 2 more minutes and then we'll just go on our own. How's that?
That was.
Sounds like a plan.
2 more minutes is 1/4 after. I think that gives everyone a good enough time to get on. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you too, Linda? When you responded, I got your RSVP. You clicked on the link and then you sent me the email, right?
Yes, because yes, I did. It said,
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And it looked correct, but it's funny because some RSVPs that I've been getting back has like my bit.ly link attached to it, but that's it. So I'm just wondering how that occurred. I'm assuming that's what that's what they were responding to, but it was just weird. I just thought, I went back to my email and clicked on the link and it goes directly to opening up an email to send to me. So I don't know what people were doing, but I'll have to figure that out. Maybe there's a way I can connect Zoom with a response. Do you know anything about that, Barb?
No, I'm trying to learn more, but I'm in such my preliminary stages. And then what I'm also finding is, like, for my work,
Yeah.
I'm on a higher level Zoom. So
Right.
it looks different. And then when I go into other ones that are lower level Zoom,
Right.
it looks different. So I think it also depends on what version of Zoom you're using.
Yeah. I've got the latest version and the basic plan, but not basic where it's 40 minutes. I've got the next level, which is up to, you can have up to 100 people. You can have an hour, it's 24 hours. I can do polls and all of that.
That's great.
But, yeah, I have that plan. But I think when I set it up, there might be a part in there for RSVP. So I'll have to figure that out. Just like I found out there's a part, and the reason they have enable waiting room is for you to let people in and let them out if they look suspicious. Because remember the last time, Linda, there was this guy with the cigar in the wheelchair that kept trying to come in. And I admitted him because I was like, okay, maybe this is someone, that's wanting to be in. And then I couldn't hear because I don't know if he had a breathing tube or whatever. And so I didn't admit him. And then he tried to get back in, but that's one of the safety measures that Zoom uses when you open it up to, a lot of people, is you can enable a waiting room feature that no one can get on unless you let them in, and you as the host have to be on. So, all right, we're gonna get started. So thank you very much for attending, Barb and Linda. I really appreciate it. This is our official second Fashion Conversations Happy Hour. I plan on having these monthly. When I sent out the invite, I set up the monthly dates. They're approximately every 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how the days fall. And Fridays at 5. Who knows? I may change it when people start going back to work, which is here in Illinois. That's as soon as next week. That maybe a Friday happy hour may not work, or maybe it will. Maybe a Saturday might work better. Who knows? But I do plan on keep having this go on. I just have to make sure that whatever date I choose, day and time, it's consistent so everyone knows that, hey, I should be getting an invite for this, and then you can accept or not accept. So I appreciate you coming on. And I'm using the fashion conversations as a twofold. One, because I love talking about fashion. Two, I want to be able to help individuals that are in the fashion industry to promote their businesses or promote themselves if they're trying to brand themselves, and just have a lively conversation, because I think the fashion community is a creative community and we all need to help each other. That's the only way we're going to get ahead, is to really promote and help each other. I was speaking to Barb earlier this morning, Linda, about the GMA, Good Morning America, View Your Deals, and the View has these great deals for small businesses. And that's what they do. They help to promote small businesses that come on, and it really does make a big difference, because I would have never heard about these small businesses, and it's helping these small businesses because they get to have a national, platform for people to buy their product, and it usually sells out. So in a way, on a smaller level, that's what I want to do. So before we get started with the first topic, is there anything that is itching on your mind right now, Linda, that you want to just bring up?
No.
Okay. We pretty much talked about how we felt, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about was brick and mortar retail, which is going actually to a physical location to shop. And I do have a poll question on that, so I will bring that up. And do you see it, Linda?
Let me go here. No, I don't see it.
Do you, Barb?
No, no.
Hold on, that's because I didn't launch it. So it would help if I would launch it. There you go.
Yes, now I see it.
Okay, what will bring you back to brick and mortar stores, which are physical stores? Is your answer safety? Is it experience? Meaning, like, we go to Disneyland not just because it's Snoopy and all those other things. It's an experience. It's a lively experience.
Mm-hmm.
Or is your reasoning convenience and choice? This particular location has curbside pickup, maybe. You could buy online and pick it up. Or is one of the main reasons that you would go back community and connection? Meaning you love the store, you love the people, and you miss going there, so you just want to go see them. Okay, so one of you have voted. Barb, have you voted?
Yep, that was me.
Oh, okay. Oh, both of you voted. Okay, so let me end the poll. Share results. Okay. So one person said convenience and choice, curbside pickup, and then the other one said safety. All right, so safety, I think it's going to be a huge concern, simply because of COVID-19. So who can expound on that? Do you think safety is going to be for the rest of the year, till next year, or forever?
That's Barb.
I think we don't know, so that's part of it, right?
Yeah, that is.
But when I go into a store, I like the community and connection part.
Okay.
But really, I want to touch and feel and look at the size
Right.
of things.
So you
And
said.
there's a lot of you miss when you are buying things online.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you want the community and connection, but I've also been in stores where I was not their target market.
Yes.
So it actually had a negative impact. Oh, I'm not going to go back there.
Okay.
So it's an interesting decision to make, selecting those categories.
Right, right.
But I really want to still be able to touch and feel and look at the quality
Right.
and sizing and colors, because colors vary when you're on a computer,
Right.
um, that you can't do when you buy stuff online.
Right. So in order for you to go into that store, maybe you saw something online, but you physically want to go there and touch and feel. You want to feel safe. That's why
Right.
you put that on there. Well, there's such strict guidelines now with what stores have to do. Not to say that they're going to do it to who knows, but hopefully they'll follow those guidelines. And I think they will be watched too. Yeah, good. How about you, Linda? You said convenience.
Yes, I love, they have a store here. It's like Nordstrom stuff that they send back. I mean, it's huge. It's like the Chicago bargain basement. Remember years ago
Yes.
downtown, Gold Blast, I think that's what it was.
Right.
I love just I just like the bargain shop. I just look for something unusual. I'm that type of shopper. And I'm retired, so,
Yeah.
get me out the house, I get it. But it's a lot of people that come. And I like that. I like that energy and everything. But, I didn't buy anything most of the time.
Right.
Right now, I just want a vaccine. I'm
Yes.
older, and I don't want to be on a respirator.
Exactly.
So I'm just real conscious, and it's sort of, it's just hard because we don't know,
We
I
don't. You're
can't
right.
be ever, but when I think of the risk, I don't even myself take my trash down. I
Right.
live on the fourth floor, and all it takes is just, what? Well, you have a minute, I can tell you a quick little,
Yeah, go right ahead.
Trenda and my birthday were in February. We went to San Diego, we met up, and it was like the 21st of February. And I
Hmm.
was like, well, you want to go, because already I'm starting to see this, COVID thing coming. Yeah. So come back, and I say, well, I'm going to quarantine myself for 14 days. I've been on the airplane, with a bunch
Right.
of people, and I don't know, I don't want to get anybody sick. Okay, so the 15th day, I love going out in the morning and do my little run walk.
Right.
I'm passing over in the Brick-and-Mortar area. It's like the Hollywood of California, really nice area. And this girl in her 20s, I'm passing her and she's coming towards me. And when we get shoulder to shoulder, guess what happens? She
She.
sneezes
I
on
was
me.
about to say, did she sneeze?
So I saw that as a divine something telling me I have to be very careful.
Right.
Because who would have thought that in a million years?
Right. Right. No, I mean, people are watching all of that, sneezing, and I saw a doctor on one of the shows yesterday. He was an infectious disease doctor, and he said social distancing is very important, right along with masks. But he said if you're not social distancing, if you're close, like you said, right next to you,
Yeah.
that's what makes it dangerous with or without a mask. Even more dangerous without a mask, but even with a mask, being that close for more than like 5 minutes, that's what it takes. Like having a conversation with someone really close or being at a concert, that's what's really bad. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
Dangerous.
interesting. Do you do curbside pickup now for like Nordstrom, and do you do
We
online and then
have
curbside pickup?
my son goes and pick it up. He checks the mailbox for me. That's where they put my stuff. Like I had to get, because he normally just go to Trader Joe's and Sprouts.
Right.
Once he does my shop. So like toiletries and that sort of thing that you can't get, I ordered some stuff from Target. Right now we have a parcel package. We have an Amazon also down in the lobby of the, apartments that I live in.
Right.
He goes and gets them. I don't even go in my hallway because, when you're enclosed, it can link. Who knows? I could come right behind somebody. Now
Mhm.
that making me paranoia, but all it takes is one, and who knows who that is? It could be me. So
That's true. That's true. All it
don't
takes is one.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
I
Well,
believe.
I don't think you're being paranoid. I think you're being safe. And until there is something, like you said, it's probably going to be a little while for a vaccine, but they're testing all of these things. We just have to be safe. I ventured in the Loop area here in Chicago just this past Sunday, the Sunday before Memorial Day, and
Mhm.
I felt so strange. An area I was in every single day working, it
Mhm.
was over a month, that I had been in that area, which is truly only 7 miles. And, it was just weird. It felt like a ghost town. But, next week there will be changes, but I'm cooling it out for a while myself. So just to wait and see.
Yeah. So
One of
I mean, I don't do a lot of ordering because there's nowhere to, But I just finally ordered some masks, a real good mask online. I do look online for ideas, but no, it's not like going in the store like Bob was saying.
right, right. Yeah. It's
What kind of masks did you end up ordering?
a good question.
It's for the sport. It's for a bicycle riders. It's really good. It's got the little nozzle thing. Because I had been wanting my son from San Antonio. He had sent me a few of the. He's like he's a nurse working like a transplant big hospital, and he sent me not hospital masks, just regular little paper ones.
Hmm.
And so I haven't been going out, but I said I needed one. Anyway, I have a niece up there in Chicago, and I was talking to her, and it's Pratt Mass. It's I can go to it. Can you all still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, oh.
It's interesting because there's so many masks. So yes, I would love to hear it too.
Yeah, and you don't want to be scammed. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, all sales final.
no. You can return. No,
Okay.
it's $30 though, but you can wash it. The inside, you can take it out and wash it. I
Okay.
just,
It's 30 for one mask.
yes.
Okay. It
Oh, I'm
sounds
so,
like it's more, you said it was a bicycle wear mask?
All right, yes. And it's got the little filter thing on it. It really feels
Oh,
good.
okay.
He had done a lot of research on it. You call it the, I can really, it's
Yeah.
complex compress max.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
max I have.
complex, like COMPLEX.
No, I'm sorry, compress.
Compress.
Yes,
COMPRES.
PRESS.
Got
M8. Yeah, that's their site.
Okay.
Now they are on Amazon, but she said it took longer on Amazon. I
Okay.
just ordered mine on the site as well.
Yeah, you went directly to the site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of masks that do have that filtered, like what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And then there's regular like cloth masks. I just ordered some pretty fashionable ones. They were $25. Were they
For
20?
how many?
Was it 25, Barb, or 22 for Donna Lewis's mask?
Anna Lewis's were 22.
22. $22 is what?
But
And that's
Linda,
for
I
one.
didn't,
How
I'm,
many do you get?
I
One?
ordered two.
So it's two for 25?
No, it's one for 22.
Oh,
It's
okay.
expensive. It was the mask that it's from the retail shop in Alexandria, Virginia, where Nancy Pelosi shops and buys her clothes, the Secretary
Oh,
of State. And she wears these like really fashionable masks. And that's where they're from. They're from that boutique.
okay.
Yeah, they're 22. But I have seen some masks that are $25 each. $100 is one of those designer masks, so it ranges in price.
Linda, I was curious, could you tell me again? Because I tried to look up compress masks and it didn't come up.
Compress Max, MAX.
MAX, that's what I did wrong. Okay, let me try that again.
So you haven't gotten it yet, or you did get it?
No, I just ordered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have been talking to her, and yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us how you like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about a mask being, a designer.
Oh no, it's really the fabrication that it's 100% cotton, but it's designer, it's leftover designer fabric. So like if this designer is making all of these different clothing, they take their remnants and make masks. And so you have all these great prints and designs, and so they become fashionable masks. And the one that I saw that was $100 actually is part of a whole outfit. The mask was 100, but it matches like an outfit. They're called like mask match sets.
And what's the name of that site?
The one with the $22 mask
Yeah.
is Donna Lewis, DONNALEWIS.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, take a look at them, and the thing that occurs with masks like that, you can't say, I want this print, I want this print. It's just what they have available.
Okay.
So like I ordered a couple, and I know Barb ordered a couple. So in case there are any prints that I really don't like as well, we can exchange, or whatever. But the prints that they are showing on the website are pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
And they have male prints, so men's mask, and then they have female prints for female masks. Yeah, and they're $22 each.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. But yes, getting back to the brick and mortar retail, you put convenience, and then Barb put safety. One of the reasons I put experience on there is I read an article from Vogue Global Business, and they were saying that in order for retailers to survive based on what's happening in China now, because even though they've been open now for a little bit, their physical imprint into their stores is still very low. It used to be double-digit percentages, and now it's like single-digit percentages that people really aren't coming into the store. Even though they have all the safety measures and everything else, the physical imprint into the store is not there. So what they're saying is retailers are going to have to provide an experience for you to want to go there. So, and it makes sense. So, for example, at Mall of America, if there is a place where your kids can do a bunch of stuff, oh, here comes sunshine, then that is one thing that you could do. But yeah, they mentioned, having an experience. So I don't know if that's something that's important to any of you, but I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is really interesting. And then I also think it's interesting how you do that in a way to be inclusive.
Right. Hold on one second, Barb. Sunshine, can you hear us? You want to turn your video on, or you don't want it on?
If it's okay.
No, that's fine. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let me finish Barb, and then you can go ahead.
You know what I'm finding really interesting? It's hard for me to hear some of
Is anyone else having a hard time?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not either. Did you turn your volume up, Barb?
Yes, and Nancy, I can hear you really well.
Okay.
But sometimes I have trouble hearing Linda, and sometimes I have trouble hearing Sunshine.
Well, Sunshine, introduce yourself. We got started at 1:15.
Okay. Yes, I apologize for being late. I just got off of a business call. I'm Sunshine Valentine, and I met Nancy some years ago because I took some classes with her in image consulting, and yeah, they were just wonderful experiences. And I'm working sort of in image consulting because I also work as a stylist in a salon, and I do styling, wardrobe styling with that. So I really consider myself to be a head to toe stylist But I also have other things going on too. So that's my part-time job. I'm doing more than one thing because this is really my passion. But
Yeah.
very excited to be here and always
Excellent.
look up to Nancy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Yes, welcome. I was saying when we first got started that I'm going to try and have these fashion conversations monthly. And I'll look at the time to see if it has to be adjusted, especially with people going back to work. Some people are going back to full-time jobs or part-time jobs, but I will, keep you guys on my distribution list, and so you'll know about them. And we'll basically talk about topics that are occurring right now in the fashion industry. So Sunshine, one of the things that we just had a conversation about face masks.
Oh yeah.
Fashion face masks that cost $22, $25, even $100.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also talked about brick and mortar retail. What would bring you back to a store physically? Would you go back to a store? Is it safety? Is it convenience? Is it the experience? Or is it just the community? So
For me, I really like to go to a store that has plush decorations. So I love going shopping on, Oak Street,
yes,
the little boutiques that had their own dressing rooms with the heavy velvet curtains and the gold embellishments. And
right.
I would go shopping on Oak Street just for that experience to be surrounded by
Okay.
opulence.
Now it's funny that you said that because I was just explaining that to Linda and Barb, because we've had an answer of safety and an answer of convenience, like curbside pickup and online. But experience is what the survey results from Vogue Global Business has said, that China has experienced a drop in their physical imprint when people walking into these brick and mortar stores because of COVID-19 and the pandemic. So the survey, the people that were answering the survey, they said, they need a reason to come in. And what you just mentioned about having to experience something pretty to look at, maybe it's an event, maybe it's like when I worked at Neiman's, they would have these trunk shows and models walking around and free champagne. Just
Right.
people would come and just get drunk. Would they buy anything? No, they got drunk and ate and left. But they will remember. Of course, there was a percentage that did come in and, bought, but they invited people in and people look forward to coming into Neiman's for that. So it's going to be interesting to see what brings people in. I know for myself, if I was answering it, with me being in retail too, I don't know if I'm going to rush back to a physical location. It would definitely have to be the experience for me.
Mhm.
It really would.
So are all you ladies in Chicago? Are all the ladies Bob and
Barb is in
I'm
Chicago. Sunshine is in Chicago.
okay.
And tell them where you're calling in from,
Phoenix, Arizona.
where it's triple degrees, right? Like 100.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so thank you very much. All right, so my next topic that I wanted to get to is sustainability. I'm going to put up a poll question first that you guys can answer, and then we'll go from there. Is sustainability, there's actually two questions. Is sustainability important to your fashion choices today? Very important, somewhat important, necessary, or not at all important. And what I mean by sustainability is improving the carbon imprint that's out here, because sneakers and the gases, and there's so much to the scientific part of fashion. And it's also just being not wasteful. Then the second part to that is, what part of sustainability is most important to you? Reducing the carbon imprint, wearing repurposed and reused clothing, and wearing only natural fibers. So 2 or 3 people voted. So we have one more person, right? Oh, maybe that's me.
Oh, no, I think it's me too. I didn't
Okay,
even.
wait, there's how many? There's Barb, Sunshine, and Linda. So there's 3. No, I would be the 4th. So yeah, I'm missing. Oh, actually, everybody answered, right? You guys all answered?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's the results. Oh my gosh, you guys are all the same. You said that sustainability is somewhat important and reducing carbon imprint is what is most important to you. Oh wait, no, one person said wearing only natural fibers was one. Oh, I forgot to pull up not important to me at all, but hey, I know you guys know it's important. So wearing only natural fibers and reducing carbon imprint, but it's somewhat important. So let's talk about that sustainability. It's interesting because being in retail, I still see a lot of people that are saying, I only want to wear natural fibers, but yet they don't know what natural fibers are. They're picking up things that have man-made fibers, polyester, triacetate, and not silk, linen, cotton, or wool, which would be considered natural fibers. So Eileen Fisher, have all of you heard of Eileen Fisher?
Yeah.
She is one that deals definitely with natural fibers. And Barb, you mentioned another, oh, you were talking about repurposing. That's another area. There's a young lady in Minneapolis, I believe she's in Minneapolis. Her company's called Upcycled Closet. And she takes used garments and repurposes them and resells them. For example, if you have a garment that maybe has torn here because it's old, but the fabric is still really good elsewhere, she'll take that and just repurpose it and make it new as opposed to throwing it away. And some people like that too. So Barb, you were talking about a company called Lucy Blue Knits.
I was on another Zoom related to work, and one of my friends who was on that meeting, she recommended Lucy Blue Knits to me. And I was looking on their website, and it was very cute what they were doing. It was a small women's business. And then they had made headbands, and they put 2 buttons on them so that when you wore the masks, you could put the loops around the buttons so that your ears wouldn't hurt.
Oh, okay.
And when you look on their website, they make really cute mittens that where they use repurposed wool and cashmere and knitting material to make them. And I did order a headband because navy is kind of my color, and they had a navy paisley one.
Okay.
To try that. And we'll see how it goes. But she says the owner is even invited, has been so lovely, and she couldn't say enough good things about them. So I was interested just to see what it would be like.
Okay.
But I think the natural fibers goes back to, I bought a few blouses that were beautiful prints for the summer, but they turned out to be 100% polyester.
Yeah.
And they're just smotheringly hot.
Yes.
And I think when I lean toward those natural fibers, I'm looking for that breathability,
Right.
just to make myself feel comfortable in the summer because these cute little popover tops, and then they end up being hotter than a longer sleeve shirt.
Right. No, that's so true. That's why even with the face mask, they stress 100% cotton. Make sure it's cotton so it's breathable fabric. You put that polyester on your face and it's like, ugh, it's not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Has any of you ever worn like repurposed, refashioned clothing?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
I saved a blazer with the idea that it could be, but
Right.
it's been sitting in my closet for years.
Well, I'll do it for you. I turned 3 pairs of jeans because I used to work at Levi Strauss and Company. So I have, that was years ago, but still I have tons of jeans. And then when I worked at Evereve, I have tons of jeans. And I never was wearing them again, the real skinny legs. So I had a really cute pink pair that I cut and turned it into a skirt, with the jagged edge on the bottom. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's really cute. So now I'm wearing it, I was trying to give them all away, but Crossroads Training, Buffalo Exchange, they all say, oh no, this is dated. So I didn't want to just waste it. So I just cut it up and turn it into skirts. I did that with 3. And the young lady that I was telling you about from Upcycle Closet, she does do a lot of denim patchwork and a lot of new clothing made from denim. And it's becoming a big deal because she can sell hers to like Salvation Armies and places like that and make tons of money. Because vintage, so-called, it's not really vintage, but can be called vintage. People are liking that look. That, hey, I'm going back in time. It's kind of cool, especially depending on how you turn it around. So, Barb, I would love to take a look at your jacket.
One of these days when we're out of quarantine.
Yes, for sure. One of the articles, why I was thinking about sustainability, I subscribe to Business of Fashion, and there was so many articles on sustainability and carbon imprint. And the latest article was Adidas and Allbirds. Have you heard of those 2 brands?
Yes.
Yeah, for sneakers. They have paired up together to make, apparently it's going to be the lowest carbon input sneaker on the market, because apparently sneakers eject like so many kilograms and in the double digits, and this sneaker is supposed to only have like 2, but yet still perform well. And it's these 2 major brands that have gotten together to do this. So it's on Vogue Business, and I believe it might be in Fast Company, but that's like the latest hot thing with carbon imprint, is these brands hooking up together to make a sneaker that will lower the carbon imprint, the emissions out into our atmosphere. And they're hoping that other major brands will follow suit. So I never thought about that really.
No.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with the environment changing so much, there's things out there that's doing it. So we all can just be a little bit more careful with that. So those were my 2 topics. What I might, just before we end, is each of you tell me, especially like Sunshine, I know you have a business. What are you in need of? What do you want us to help you do? Because I'm hoping Fashion Conversations can be a community-based thing. Or what can you do for us? Either one. What can we do for you? What can you do for us? So why don't you lead with that?
Okay, so right now I'm in the process of rebranding my business. I'm going to be releasing a new website, hopefully getting all my products on there. I
Is
don't
there a website now that Linda and Barb and all of us can go take a look at and support?
I guess I could type it in the chat, but it's
Right.
solsticeimaging.inc.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'll type it in there.
Okay, type it in. Okay.
And what it is it's a place for every glam girl or sophisticated lady to find products to help them keep shining through it all. So the whole idea behind solstice is the day of the year when the sun shines the brightest. One in the wintertime, one in the summertime. So whether or not, it's a good day in your life or it's one of those really rough days, we have everything that you need to help you keep shining. So that's what
You
it is.
go, girl, with that fashion mission statement. I love it.
Nice. Do type it in the chat because it's a little hard for me to hear today.
Okay. And I don't really know. I don't really have any expectations. I just know that I love talking about fashion, so that's why I'm here. So
Yeah, good. Yeah, and that's what I want. I want people who love talking about fashion and love being with other people to talk about fashion. Okay, great. Yeah, it's in the chat now for everyone. You can see it. Oh, is that your picture? That's so cute.
me,
That is so cute.
your
So when you
first business class that I took, so you were very instrumental in helping me form my ideas about what I wanted to do in this industry, because I didn't
oh, excellent. Yeah, that's
fashion at all, but it was something that I wanted to do.
right. Very good. You mentioned products. What are the products that you're selling?
Yeah, so if you click on the shop page, there's makeup,
Okay.
there's skincare, and we also have some accessories.
Okay. So makeup, skincare, and are they all yours or someone else's?
It's my product line.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go. Congrats, Sunshine. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right, Linda, how about you? Anything you need from us or ask of us?
No, I'm not in your line at all. Trenda is my cousin, and she had said, Nancy's having this, and I'm just a bystander, and I was, thinking, should I even be on the call?
You should be. You are not a bystander. You wear clothes. You like to buy. Your answers that you've just given us, you go into stores. This is a chance for, if we are, I think it's a shame that we all have to go through this, but hopefully I see people being kinder, gentler, people sharing their stories and wanting to help others during this time. And that's what it's all about. Yes, it is fashion oriented, what's happening with people who are in this industry. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on because you have a voice.
Thank you. And of course, if it's something, I may be able to help you out with.
Excellent. I appreciate it. And Barb, how about you?
I just appreciate all the efforts you've gone to put through this, and it's always interesting to listen to other people's ideas and what they're finding too.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So I won't hold any of you up. Let's see. My next one is going to be in June. I will keep everyone posted. And as of now, I don't know what the topics will be because, of course, it will end up being whatever is occurring at that time. So who knows what the latest fashion topic will be. I do encourage you all, if you do like fashion, there's some great YouTube videos that you can subscribe to. YouTube has become a platform that has been really exploding now. Not that it didn't before, but I think You know, I think it is now because people are looking for things that they can learn and see and do, and that's what YouTube does. I listened to one today with Naomi Campbell, the model. Uh, she has a YouTube channel, it's No Filter, where she interviews her famous friends. And it's just interesting to see them from another, you know, angle and light. So I'm going to look at some of her YouTube videos. But yeah, so.
Nancy, if you wouldn't mind, I just thought about this. If there's any suggestions you guys have for me in terms of the website, because I am in the process of rebranding.
Okay.
If you guys could let me know, send me an email. There's a email contact information there, and telephone, so text message. I can also put my text in there.
Okay. Well, what I will do when I get off here, because I have looked at your website, I'll go ahead and look at it from another eye, and then I'll send you a message. How's that?
Sounds wonderful. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. And I would love, I'm just now with quarantine and me doing these more often and not working and doing more education, teaching, and training in image consulting, that if you're on Facebook, you know, like my Facebook page, I'm just really starting to promote that. It's under Fine Threads. If you're on Instagram, it's under Fine Threads. And if you are on Pinterest, it's under Fine Threads. So all those visual social media platforms. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So enjoy, Barb. Thank you so much for being here. Sunshine, thank you. And of course, Linda, thank you. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, then.
Remain fashionable.
Okay, ladies.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.